How you guys doing? Good. All right. Give one of these again. I like that one. I feel like to say, go, riot, 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 riot. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining HP's free Zoom open mic. Thank you again, like usual. I got a new background. What do you think?
Hey, nice.
Yay.
Is it right side? Is it right side forward?
It is. It is. I
Okay.
can do that.
Good.
How'd I do that?
Yeah, my books are backwards.
I know. Well, that's the books I read backwards. All right. So let me get my things going here. So just to warm you up, remember, we're going to have a lot of these. Okay. If not that, one of those. Okay. And we're not going to have any of these other ones that I just don't like, which is basically they go. We don't want that. We're saving that for Mel, okay? Because usually Mel's the one. Mel's the one. He's the one that usually has all of the. He's like, did you see? Hey, did you guys see on Town Hall about that girl? She went. Yeah. So, also, what we don't want to hear tonight is a lot of. All right, so we're gonna fix that tonight, okay? Other than that, we're gonna have some fun, and thank you very much for joining HP's free Zoom open mic. There you go. A little applause to you guys for showing up. Thank you. Let's get this started. Remember, you're being put live on Facebook, so whatever you say, remember, it will be incriminating, okay? So as long as Facebook is can Facebook be incriminating, you guys? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes, it can, right? Yeah, sure it can, because if not, then we're in a whole boat of trouble. So that's why I always give a disclaimer, always that, because we have to go. Did I say that? Oh my God, let me rewind that. Okay.
Wait. Is that your new one for the week?
Yeah, here you go. Wait a minute. I didn't mean to say that. Let me take that back. Wait a minute. Did I say that about who was his name? Wait, take that back. Okay, I love you guys. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this today. Okay, so let me kick things off by saying, okay, you're riding the transportation, right? You're on the bus. I don't know how many of you ride the bus. I do, okay? And what I'm trying to say is that if you hear, please move away from the door. Please move away from the door. Don't just stand there and keep reading your phone, right? Come on, guys. I think they're talking to you when you keep hearing that like for the millionth time, okay? Please move away from the doors. Please move away from the doors. I mean, after a while, I'll tell you, it has to be you. You're the one by the door of the subway, right, guys? I mean, come on. I tell you. A lot of patience to ride that subway. Today's downpour brought to you by God himself. So how many got stuck on that downpour, huh? I did. I was trying not to get all of a sudden. Then what happened is all of a sudden I see a lot of the street being clean, and then I look down and oh my God, there's my set list for tonight. Okay, there you go. That's what I was trying to do. The other thing is trying to have a lot of patience today. When somebody tells you that there is a pandemic, you try to avoid the people that have told you that they don't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom. Okay. But then all of a sudden, when you see that same person who wants to talk to you and they're like, HP, can I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk? Oh my God. Excuse me. Hello. Do you really want me to touch you too? That's not happening. Okay. And in this time, you don't get you don't get the how do you say, the reputation of always going to the bathroom and never washing your hands, and then they look at you and say, HP, do you mind handing me those papers? Come on, you don't do that. You don't do that, right? Because you know down the line. Yeah, down the line, you just got to do something, because half the time, you know that they're basically not doing what they're. Oops, they're not doing basically what they're supposed to, because every time they do this, let's see if we can play it. That's right. They're looking at you to shake your hands, okay? And I don't want to do that. I'm OCD, so please, whatever you do, don't shake my hand, okay? Because, all right. So those are my 2 minutes, because every time you know what is it? As comedians, you have a lot to say, and you're like, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna practice that. I gotta say that to somebody, right? Then all of a sudden you get to where you are, and I'm like. What was I gonna say? Oh, fuck, these brain cells are not cooperating. Okay. All right. So thank you very much, Gene, for coming on the board. I gotta tell you, you were invited by Jose. So
Yes, thank you for having me.
no, thank you. Here you go. That's for you. Thank you very much. Rob, I see you've finished painting the mural, so thank you. Come again for coming again with your busy schedule. Okay. I love your energy. He comes in. Last time he told me, dude, I'm fucking busy. That's good. I got my usual fanfare here, Ron, and I'm not going to mention the other party because she can scream and yell at me later, which is my mother. Hi, Mom. How you doing? Hello. Oh, you got the sound off. Okay. That's not good. Okay. Remember, and if these people are not laughing, you're not doing it tonight. Okay. So remember, that's what's going to happen tonight. Okay, so let me bring everybody up there. All right. Thank you, Jim, again for coming back for another round. I love your entertainment. That was very nice, spot on. Okay, so that's for you as well. Last 10. Right. And another one, Jose, man. Jose has been my co-anchor as of late, so I'll give you a short one on that. Yeah, because Jose is like, yeah, I got Jose back. I got Jose. Because sometimes.
I was a little early today.
Who? Mel?
No. Mel's on his way. He's having a technical difficulty. But I came early. I came at 8:38 instead of 8:42.
You came early? That's what she said. That never ends. That joke is alive and kicking. Are you kidding me?
I just laughed that one. I laughed.
Okay. So let me start this off for Gene, and Jim has been with us since last weekend, last Friday. So and Rob, you've been through this before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you a couple of pictures that I've gotten together, and they're what'd you say, Ron? We cannot hear you. I'm going to tell you. I went to Woodstock. And this couple was really doing it in the tent, and they were like, "Nobody's going to hear us, honey. Nobody. Now!" Meanwhile, we're like, "Excuse me, guys. We can all hear you." Okay, so remember, Ron, we're in a tent. Look at that defensive position. He's like this. I'm not laughing. Don't worry, Ron. We love you. Don't worry.
I love you too.
I love you too.
Oh, it's a love fest.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Hey, I love you. Okay. So let me share with you a couple of pictures that I did gather over the week to show you what's going on in the entertainment business. I thought it's very relevant. And this first picture I'm going to show to you guys, I don't know if you've known, but now sports is going full tilt. First, Major League Baseball is going full tilt with their season, and only because they started with a new uniform protocol. So, because we're Yankee fans and because I love you guys, I got a sneak peek at the new uniform, and tell me what you think. This is the new COVID. Okay.
Is that the bat boy?
Yeah, no, that's a player actually ready to go out and swing some for us. And now the MLB said we are now protected. Everyone has to wear this protective masking. Okay, so there you go. All right, so Mom, did you see that? Look at the new ball players. There you go. They're ready for action. They're ready to hit that ball and be breathing like Darth Yankees. Okay, sorry. So now that the MLB has been on board trying to protect its players, the other sport that was also in full effect to trying to protect its players is the marathon runners. They said we need to get proactive with this. So I actually got another picture to show you because you guys are great. Here's a sneak peek at the way marathon runners are going to start doing their runs. And it was approved by the Racing Association. Here we go. This is called Condom Rubber Man, because this is how we're going to start running during the marathon, because they said now since the MLB got this, we got to do one better. So this is called the Rubber Man Marathon Man. Okay, so that's what I thought that was pretty cool. I said, hey, let me show my my Zoom tool. Okay, so now that that's been on board, now we're getting all pretty okay with protecting our people, our players. Now the airlines is trying to ramp up its protocols. Okay, so it's trying to do its same with the as the baseball players. So here you go. They just released a picture on how now they want airline passengers to board their airplanes because they say this is a great safety feature, and it's called Passenger Airline Safety Rubber Sex Doll Mask. You have to all put on this because this will be protective, but be careful with the guy next to you because he might be tempted to do something. So there you go. Like that, guys?
Does that doll have orifices?
I tried to erase them. I'm trying to keep this PG. So the airline said this is acceptable when riding our airlines, but you have to put on that sex inflatable mask. Okay, there you go. So I like those. All right, so we stopped sharing on that. Okay, so let me. I gotta join Jose there. Okay, here we go.
Remember.
Oh, okay, we didn't do that. Okay, here's another picture. And this is the last picture because I don't know about you guys, but the conspiracy is still lingering out there, guys. I don't know if you have 2 brain cells in your heads and you got more than that because you're on this Zoom show of mine, but they are still talking about how the coronavirus is a Democratic weapon to get Donald Trump out of office. Okay, so what they did do, someone's coming aboard. Okay, yeah, there he goes. What they did do is the Republican Party did hire its own forensic scientists to find out if this is true. And they did find out something. They did an investigation and they found something. And straight from their laboratories, guys, I'm going to show you what they said they found to prove these are the Republican Party finding out if the COVID is a weapon to get Donald Trump. And they found out it's true because they actually microscoped the actual virus and they said, oh my God, there it is. We now know that this is a Democratic weapon to get Donald Trump. There's a stamp of approval. We've got them, boys.
Freaking donkey.
The freaking Republican Democratic donkey. There you go. You see that? So they said, oh, that's it. We've got the evidence. It's a conspiracy. So I thought I'd just share with you guys that. How you like that, huh? You like that pretty good, huh? That's all done by me. Thank you very much. I photoshopped every single one of them, so you can't call me a liar. Some of that. All right, so because I was like, wait a minute, I can't be taking all the credit for all these other I'm going to start making my own, you know? So because of that, thank you very much.
Good.
I like that. And Mel, you missed you missed the other pictures. You
Oh,
missed all of
man.
it.
Yeah, I
You
was
would have loved them.
having technical difficulties getting on Zoom.
Oh, you were? No, I know
Yeah.
what you were doing. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one.
Yeah, those are technical difficulties. Oh my
You
God.
forgot one. You forgot one.
Which one?
The
Bubbly.
bubbles. The bubbles.
Bubbles.
Oh, the baubles. Oh my God, you guys are now no, I can't go that fast. There we go. Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Also, we can just go and hear, and when he talks, we can all hear one of these. Or when Mel does his jokes. There you go. All right. So those were my pictures. What else? Okay. So now, Gene, we're going to get you involved. And Rob, you've done this before. The rest of you crew did it last Friday. And you know, once again, when we all hear, what does that mean, guys? What does that mean?
What is that?
Time for a survey.
It's a survey.
Oh, survey. Yeah, survey.
Okay. Here we go. Launching the poll. Everybody gets to vote on the first survey. Theme parks in Japan have banned screaming on roller coasters due to COVID-19. What else can you do besides screaming? Shit in your pants. Pee in your pants. Puke in your shirt. Grab the crotch of the person next to you or grab your own crotch. 3 out of 7 voters are voting. There we go. 5 out of 7. 6 out of 7. And it's going to be a narrow. One more voter, guys. 7 out of 7. You don't see it? Okay. That's what she said. That never fails. Okay, so we're ending the poll there. 6 out of 7 people voted, and it's 67% said, grab the crotch of the person next to you, guys. You guys are nasty.
Bunch of perverts.
You're a bunch of perverts. I gotta give you one. I gotta have all of this ready because you guys are perverts. There we go. Okay, so now here we go with the next. Start that over again. Stop your sharing. Here we go. Next poll. Why do hand sanitizers suddenly smell so bad? They were government funded. They're using grandma's bathwater. They are using Donald Trump's drinking water. They're using last decade's hand sanitizers, or they were donated by the wealthy. Everybody vote, please, for your most popular answer to why do hand sanitizers suddenly smell so bad?
That delivery.
It is suddenly.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I do my homework for you guys.
It stinks.
It stinks bad. Yeah, you guys, what's going on with that? Okay, so now we go. I'm going to end it right there. Okay, so I'm going to end the poll there and share with you guys. And you guys said 50% they are using grandma's bathwater.
Yay!
Yeah. You guys are gross. I swear to God. I get it. Okay, so now that's poll number 2. We've got 2 more to go. Remember, this doesn't last too long. I try to entertain you and everybody else out there. So once again, we're going with our famous top sharing ad. Poll number 3. Here we go. Launching. Kanye West has declared himself a presidential candidate. Who else can run? Big Bird, Yoda, Khloe Kardashian, Michael Scott from The Office. That's what she said. The ShamWow guy.
Yes.
All the Karens. Donald Trump. Can he be worse than Kanye West? Or Harvey Weinstein?
Harvey
Shamwow.
Weinstein.
I vote the Shamwow.
Oh my God.
The Ginsu knife guy.
All right, so
ShamWow.
5 out of 7, guys. One more.
I
6
can't
out of
see it. I
7.
vote Shamwow.
ShamWow
Yes.
guy. Okay.
Baby,
Great choice.
you gonna mail in your vote there, Jim?
Yeah, it's a mail-in. Yeah.
It's
I don't
a
know
mail-in?
Very
Oh, I-
technical difficulty.
All right, so I'm sharing the results, and 33% of both. It's a tie. The ShamWow guy and Harvey Weinstein are better than Conway West. All right, there you
Yes, sir.
Somebody said Big Bird.
Big Bird. Okay.
But believe it or
Right.
not, that ShamWow guy's pretty smart.
Yeah, right now. It's better than what we have now. Okay. So
I don't believe it.
you don't believe it? What are you kidding me? Okay. Okay. So now let's get this last one going. You guys are gonna love this last one because it was inspired to me by Suddenly. Okay, here we go. Launching. When is it the right time to fart?
Oh,
In bed before sex, on your first date, on your second date, waiting for the ferry, in front of a small child, in church,
it's the best.
Crack yourself up, don't you?
on an airplane, or at a funeral.
Oh my God.
All right, everybody.
Those are
vote.
all of the above.
Ah,
Man.
Good answer. Good answer.
Even on the body.
Already packed it.
3 people, 3 out of 7. Come on, guys, put in your votes. 5 out of 7. Thank God I got. Oh, there you go. Okay, 6 out of 7. All right, so let's do this one all the way to the end, right? So,
Holy cow.
because I know that Mel loves the ending when it finishes its. There you go. Ending
Number
the
3.
poll there and sharing the results. And you guys said, what is the right time to fart? It's in bed before sex, you dirty bastard.
No.
And that concludes our polling for tonight. Thank you very much, guys. All right. Yeah, that was pretty fun, right, guys? I tried my best to get you guys going. Okay. So let me quit this one here. And all right, so we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna introduce the people who came on. We can basically, this is an open format because you've got everybody as an audience and nobody's paying attention. So that's kind of like going home when you get home, because I'll guarantee you I'm gonna spotlight him again, and Ron is like, "What the hell?" See, now he's paying attention. I love picking on Ron, man. He's a cutie pie. Leave you alone. Oh. I don't want to leave you alone. Come on, guys. This is all about. All right. So I'm going to make our first entertainer for today. I'm going to bring him aboard. I'm going to give him a bit of a zinger because I'm getting used to all of this now. So let's give him one of these. He was actually outside doing a mural on the front of his doorstep, but then he realized that he has to go outside. Please, round of applause for Rob Sajou, everybody.
Oh,
on,
shit.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What are you
No
kidding me?
You're doing a mural. That was the hint.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Oh, man. So we're in the summer.
Yeah.
The weather's getting a little bit, hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's getting pretty hot. So we have that heat where it's pretty much like if you sit on the toilet, your balls will get stuck to the seat. That's pretty much how it is. we got that type of weather where women, like fat women, will probably walk around and their pussies will get so sweaty it'll just it pretty much just sound like that's that type of weather. My mom is pretty funny. My mom is cool. My mom is very, very cool. She's a little too cool. You ever had somebody that's a little too cool? Like my mom would send me memes, like X-rated memes. I'm like, what the fuck? Like she would send me videos of women twerking. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. That's pretty fine. Like I'm a guy. It's normal. I will watch that. But just the other day, she sent me videos of like pretty much a porn compilation. I was like,
Oh, wait a minute.
I wasn't even uncomfortable though. I wasn't even uncomfortable. Like I was more like, I really wanted to watch this video. Like, but how is that? Like, cause she's gonna ask me. She's gonna ask me like, how was the video? Like, what am I gonna say? You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, yeah, the video was pretty good. I can't. Yeah, send me some more videos like that. Yeah, how's grandma? You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be weird forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then that phone call you're gonna hear.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Yeah, so she's cool though. Another thing that's weird is that my wife and I were having trouble conceiving a child for 2 years, so we decided to do artificial insemination. I almost said artificial intelligence. Hey, artificial intelligence. Like, no, we can't have a kid, so we decided to get a robot. You know what I mean? Like, we decided to do artificial insemination. So we went to the fertility clinic, and the awkward part was that there's a man area that's pretty much like a man's lounge where you pretty much do your business, you know. So my wife and my in-laws were in another room, like in the waiting area, pretty much waiting for me to nut. You know, that's pretty much what they were waiting for me to do. Yeah, so that was kind of weird, you know, because my mother-in-law is pretty impatient. Like she's pretty impatient. Like she was looking at her watch, like, did he come yet? Did he come yet? Does he need help? Does he need help? You know, like, and that was in the back of my mind. So I was like, this is like throwing me off a little bit, you know. So my dick was hard, my dick was soft, my dick was hard, my dick was soft. I'm like, it's confusing. This shit is confusing. Like my dick was right looking up at me, like, yo, dude, I just need to throw up. Can you just help me out? So yeah, it was pretty awkward. Yeah, but it's not that bad because they do have DVDs. You can pretty much check out the DVDs. You know, they have porn, of course. You know, you do your business, but the only thing is that when I was doing my business, I was pretty much waiting there and getting thrown off because there was a male nurse outside the door walking back and forth, singing in Spanish. I'm like, dude, you're fucking up my rhythm. Making me soft. So pretty much I was watching porn on my phone with headphones on. That was even better. So after I was done, I came out dancing. I was all happy and shit. I was creating songs like "I'll bust a nut, I'll bust a nut, I'll bust a nut, I'll bust a nut." The gay nurse came behind me, started dancing. The gay nurse came behind me. I was like, "Dude, stop. It's getting extra weird, bro." I was in well, my son is pretty good. He's growing up pretty fast. The whole process that, you know, in the hospital, he was born premature. So being in the hospital, like, it just brought me to tears, just seeing him coming out. Not because that I became a father. It's just that I looked down, I saw his penis. I saw how big that shit was. I'm like, God damn. Beautiful.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm asking my wife. I'm like, was he born like near a nuclear power plant or whatever? I don't know. Huge. I wanted to cut the umbilical cord. I got 1 minute left.
No, there's a.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, so I wanted to cut the umbilical cord. So the doctors were looking at me like, Mr. Saju, it's like, we already cut the umbilical cord. You're looking at his penis. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to this big dick kid. So so now he's 4 years old.
Yeah.
Nice.
Healthy, he's funny, he's smart, and he walks around the house dragging his dick. It's like crazy. Crazy. I'm like, you gotta pick it up. Pick it up. You don't want to get rug burn. You know what I mean? You don't want to get rug burn. Because he was walking, he was like, Daddy, boo-boo. I'm like, yes, I know. It's okay. Let's put some hydrocortisone on it. You'll be all right. So yeah, that's my kid though. So pretty much like we're during the quarantine, we're having fun at home. We're utilizing the time. We're playing hide and go seek. So it's kind of hard playing hide and go seek at home because there's not that much places to hide.
Right.
Like my son is like hiding in the kitchen. He's hiding at the front door. Like, nigga, you have no other place to hide, bro. Like, you're hiding in the same place. So my wife tries to change it up a little bit. So she would have a skirt on, and then he would hide underneath her skirt, and I would try and look, and I'm like, babe, is he hiding or is he trying to go back in the pussy? Like, I don't get it. Does he miss it back in there? Like, I don't. I mean, I got next.
All the jealousy.
Yeah, all the jealousy, man. All the jealousy. So yeah, I'm trying to count. So just since there's not that much places to hide, I pretty much try to slow down the counting. So I'll count to 8. I'll count to 9. Then I'll say 9.5. My son, this fool comes out, it's like, Daddy, 10. I'm like, are you serious, bro? 10. And goes right back in between a pussy. Like, oh, are you serious, bro? Like, I just saw you, dude. So I'm like, okay, 10. Ready or not, here I come. Like, really. How much time do I got left?
As much as you want.
As much as I want. All right. Let me see if I have something else. I came up with a new bit. Let me see if I'll run it by you guys. A lot of women are pretty much like drawing eyebrows on. That's fine. Whatever. Some are actually tattooing it on their faces. That's fine too. That's fine too. It's just that if you get a tattoo, just make sure you get it from a really good tattoo artist. You know what I mean? Because you don't want that shit like all like the curve being all the way up here. And you show up and you're looking surprised everywhere you go. You go to a funeral, but like, dude, I'm sorry. That's your mom. It's fucked up. Like, my mom is dead, but I wasn't even that surprised. Like, what are you doing? Shouldn't be that surprised. You know? There was more to it, but I completely forgot it. I just wrote it like today. So that's my time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right on, Rob. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay. During your hiding pussy jokes, she went, what? I just had to go.
I should have reworded. I should have worded it a little.
No, don't you dare! Don't you dare! That's the expression I always want to see from them. Is okay.
Like what?
What? That's great. All right. So here, we're gonna put this next performer in the middle because that's where he likes to belong. And let me just get one of these. Let me give him one of oh, here you go. This is what Jose was talking about. He wanted to do one of the I can't get that. Oh, there you go. Singers. Okay, never mind. Urban World. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna give him this introduction here because since he walked, he's already dancing. Please, round of applause for Mel, everybody. While he takes a little puff. Da, 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 da. Yeah, Puff. There we go, Puff. Okay.
Let it out, man. Let it out.
Presente. How you doing, my peoples? How you doing?
Good.
Mi gente. Presente.
Presente.
President.
Good, good.
Suavemente.
How's everybody doing? Still surviving?
Yep, still surviving.
Still surviving. Okay, we had an uptick, you know, and I want you people to be safe out there. Wash those hands. Wash that little coolie, you know. Don't go in for the prostate exam, the dentist. Be careful about those steakhouses, you know, grab your stuff and go. If you see 4 people on the line, wait outside, call in. I'm telling you, listen, even the weed connect is fucking dangerous right about now. That bastard, let me tell you something, he's coming at you with no mask, no gloves, and he's selling you cans that are so freaking old. Date expired January. We're in what, July? So I'm upset. I'm totally upset. I don't know about you guys. How are you? You know, how are you? An Epstein fan, HP? Are you upset with his death? Tell me, because I'm totally upset.
This is what I think.
Yeah, me too, because he was a vile, perverted bastard and stuff. But I'm totally sad that Ghislaine got busted, man.
Wait a minute, who?
You don't know Ghislaine?
His girlfriend.
That wasn't his girlfriend. That was the pimp.
The pimpette.
That was the pimpette. That was the one that would go to the schools, the prep schools, right? And she would come with a little tool kit of ecstasy, marijuana, and cocaine, and get these little 16-year-old girls hooked on Epstein.
Wow.
So yeah, so she got paid, and now Bill Barr, big deplorable Bill Barr, he wants that $450 million that they just found somewhere in France. So they locked her up. So I'm totally upset because I thought I had a chance with her, you know.
Oh,
I figured I'd get my passport, I dust it off, I take a ride to France, you know, because, you know, I think I got it like that with those, you know, foreigners. I don't know. But sometimes, you know, I get lucky. Sometimes I roll the dice and, you know, I walk away with
the
my hand. But then again, you know, that's the roll of the dice. That's if you play, you know, the craps or you know, the pedophile game. But yeah, Ghislaine, man, I'm so totally upset because, you know, she's like gone. And I thought she was going to skate because I always say people that are in power, they skate, right, HP?
Yeah.
Come on, right?
Yeah.
That's a yup.
Yeah.
Come on. I thought you were listening to Johnny Carson of this whole thing. Come on, man. Hold it together, please. Let's go. So, yeah, so Ghislaine. So she hoodwinked a whole bunch of girls, right? And then she made them fall in love with this old bastard, right, that whipped them and told them what to do, you know, threw quarters at them like the president's wife. She used to crawl on the floor, you know, for ruples. You know that, right? That's how come she got those shark eyes and shit, to deflect all those ruples coming at her at fucking high speed and shit. Because you know how those Russians are. They be throwing those ruples. They want to see it skip 1, 2, 3, 4 times until they hit the eye. And she was naked doing that crap and shit. But I'm just saying, you know.
Fucking Mel. This is what he's doing.
Hey, look, they said never let a mind go to waste and shit. So I'm like killing off every brain cell that I can. Because I don't want to get, you know, I don't want to get, you know, like those people that are disadvantaged to, you know, not see this ridiculousness. So, you know, I'm throwing it out there.
Okay.
And, you know, we're dealing with a bunch of like 90 below IQ bastards and shit, like 41% of this country. No, let me stop. How do they get 41% of this country out of 3,000 people? I don't know. I didn't do math that good, but like I figured 3,000 people, if you go to a town where there's a bunch of 3,000 people that are not, you know, sophisticated, that's what they call it nowadays. I don't know, but that they got the high school diploma. Because look, it took me 23 years to come back to get a freaking, what would they call that now? A general equivalence diploma. Because check it out, I worked with the freaking Fortune 500 companies and shit until I come back to New York City to work for this stupid ass company in Queens in a freaking rat hole off of Northern Boulevard. And they told me, hey buddy, you got a high school diploma? And I was like, nah man, I went to the 12th grade and I dropped out and shit because I was whacking off the Ghislaine. I wanted to live that lifestyle, right? So I dropped out. So I come back like 2009 and they tell me this crap and I'm like, oh, get out of here. So I go freaking toasted to freaking this GED school. I said, hey, man, how do I get my GED? And he said, well, you got to line up. You got to go through these classes and then take a test. I was like, oh, God, do I do? Okay, I'm going to do. So I do it, you know, because my son's mother was like on my neck. You got to get a friggin' job. And I'm like, hey, come on. I'm like making $15 an hour and shit, selling crack. What the hell you? So, you know, at the same time, I'm still thinking I want to go to France, you know, because, you know, I want to have intimate sex with Ghislaine, right? Because she was hot back then. And I was a young guy too. You know, I thought I was pretty good looking and shit, but I had this stupid ass job. So I had to qualify. They told me, I'm going to give you a break for like 2 months. If you don't get this shit done, forget about it. You're out in your ass. I'm like, okay. So I'm sweating this shit. Here I am fucking, what am I, 39 years old, 40 years old? I'm like, fuck. I work for fucking the school system at WAC in California, placing kids in schools and colleges and shit, $69,000 degrees and shit. And I come back to this $200 a week job where they tell me I can't fucking, I'm not worthy. I got to get it. Points. And I tell the guy, hey, look, I'm going to come back. I'm going to do this math section by 10 points because everything else I fucking skyrocketed. I don't know how because I had like 10 bags of pot. And that sounded like a fart. Oh my God. Yes. We're throwing back. Listen, I could rap. Bring that back. I like the scratch and the needle and then, you know, a little chicka chicka. So that's how my brain is doing right now because I think I told you last week that my intellect was left on Union Street, right across the street from a pizzeria. So, you know. That's the intellect of, you know, using my frontal lobe like the president and shit. The only thing I'm not leaning forward.
Oh.
But yeah. So Ghislaine, she got me all upset and she got me rambling on shit that I shouldn't be talking about because my therapist told me not to talk about it in front of people. But, you know, being that you're like family, I'm just letting it out, letting it hang out, you know. But yeah. I get upset because, you know, the government is going after a woman, all right, to set an example before an election to say, hey, man, this dirty is like, forget about it. She got to go in hard like they did to Martha Stewart, right? So they're going to turn her into a lesbian. What the fuck is going on with America? And they're talking about no LGBTQ, these people that run the government. And so I'm upset. I mean, I'm totally upset.
Hey, HP, rewind.
Yeah, I gotta rewind all that. Oh my God!
Really? No,
yeah.
Don't do that. You see it on replay on Facebook, like I do, and then I put it on the big screen and shit.
Okay, go.
Ghislaine. Oh my God, Ghislaine. So I'm totally upset because this government totally took her away from me and shit, you know. And I jerked off to her, you know, when I was a young guy. When Epstein was raping all those girls in his island with Bill Clinton and all those good people. But you know. What can I say? That's America. But I'm sorry I went on a political rant, but I wrote this shit so nice and intricately for this moment. But that damn freaking Zoom didn't want to let me get on. What the hell's going on with that?
Oh, my Zoom?
Yeah. At first I was trying that code that you gave me, and then I had to download a new Zoom, I guess. I don't know. It's the NSA trying to get in front of, you know. What the hell? What are you? What are you, a Colombian drug lord? Hey, come on. Because look, I had the government stop me. They knew I was going to throw a joke about big deplorable Bill Barr, but you know, because you know, he's an extreme Catholic, they say. You know, that's how come he's so big and so girthy, you know, like I wish to be, but you know. I had problems in California.
The following conversation is real.
It is real. So in California, when I lived out there, I swear to God, when I was let go, you know, like those teams that they let go of their players and shit when they're, you know, they're batting 500 and shit one day, and then the next day they're 125 for like, you know, 130 games when there's 162 in the season. So, you know, so I was like that, and I was down and out, and I wound up in Watts one night, drunk on my ass and shit, in my truck with the music going and shit, and I ran into something that said, hey, buddy, why don't you come over here? And I went over there, and then it happened.
What?
Oh my God, you don't want to know. Chlamydia number 2,
Oh,
Chlamydia
my
number
God.
the
2.
shriveling kind. Forget
The
about it.
following
That's what Michael
conversation
Vick
is
had.
real.
That's what Michael Vick had. That's what they told me. I don't know. I hear things, like the president. He hears things and he repeats them. So that's what I do. And yo, I was tripping out. It was like the COVID when it happened with my left testicle that shrunk my, thing into a pinky. But this time it wasn't a pinky. It was like a finger, And I swear to God, I exiled myself and I quarantined myself like it was this COVID thing. Because I didn't know, and I didn't want to touch anybody, not even myself. And the doctor said, "Oh yeah, you just got this," and he gave me like it was like 3-day 1,000 milligrams of some crazy drug, and it miraculously pumped back up. And I think I talk a lot about my penis. I have a penis obsession.
That's a good obsession.
They got
Is it?
2 for 1.
Because-
they got a 2 for 1.
Because
Yeah.
excuse me.
As long as it's your penis instead of someone else's.
No, well, listen, hey, look. At least I'm not going under skirts and hey, getting pissed off because my son is under there getting a good look. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. You need therapy. I thought I had therapy issues, man. They sit me down, they give me Thorazine and shit because they don't know. You might go into a phase and shit, start swinging, throwing things. And I'm like, no, man. That's like I'm going to hate Staten Island because they were going to park me in South Beach Psychiatric Center. And I was like, I was too slick. Yeah. I walked out backwards. So, yeah, people. Penis obsession. I have a penis pump. Does everybody know that? Does everybody have the penis of the pump? You got to talk Italian when you talk penis the pump. That's the thing that you pre, not post sex so that, you bring the blood up. Yeah. And, should be thinking, oh, you take that thing that Frank Thomas is taking. Because I like Frank Thomas, like the girls in the freaking gym with their boyfriend. What the hell is that? Imagine your girlfriend does that shit to you. Shit. And I would say the product, but I'm not going to promote that. But it's like a pill that supposed to get you virile. I thought that, doing squats and running and riding bike, it does that,
You mean you take the pill for that?
No pill. I told you guys, I got a 684 tester and I looked that up. You guys are lying. The max level is like 1,000, 1,200 for a healthy, virile 19-year-old and shit that's still whacking off to his mother's music. Come on. I'm good. 684 shit for my age. I should be at they say below 200, you better talk to somebody.
684 for what?
It's testosterone level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it. There you go.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I don't know if I told you, I had like 3 testicles at one point and shit. There's a sac that stores extra sperm, right? So when that sperm that's coming from, that little prostate area where they stick your finger in and touch and wiggle around. Are you 50 yet? Because they're gonna do it to you.
Look who's just
They're
surprised
gonna
with that
violate you.
news.
Look at that. Yeah, because they did it to him. He was like, I never did time in jail. And
Fucking guy.
they told you to open this shit and squat, right? So yeah,
Oh, my
those are the things that you go through, and people of my age.
God.
It's just
Okay.
crazy. Yeah. So that's why I think I have a penis obsession, and I think everybody should get a penis pump, and I think that's my time, people. I hear the claps.
All right.
Yo, good job, guys.
Good job. There you go. Now I know.
3 testicles.
Yeah, 3 testicles, and
Yeah.
I can imagine you starting a conversation.
That's what the levofloxacin reduced to back to like a. It's not back to what it was. It was like a little flaccid little sack, but now it's like a little pea. It was that, or they would stick an injection in there and suck it out. And then if they would do that, the risk is that I would never be able to impregnate a woman.
Okay, Mel, you're losing them. You're losing them.
Oh, come on. They know what I'm talking about. Come on. He's a Marine. He should know.
Yeah, he's
seen
Marine.
worse stuff. He's seen guys with guts coming down. They say, put me back in, please.
Oh, my God.
He was like, no, I can't do that.
Okay, so
My uniform's clean.
Speaking of Marines, let's give him one of these because he did serve our country. He does comedy now. I just want to say, come on aboard, Jim. Everybody, come on, Jim.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your service, Jim.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I was having some serious technical difficulties, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm Jim Maywalt, and I would also talk about my penis, but it'd be a really short subject. So nothing else. Take up more time, like therapy, which this feels like sometimes. You know, my wife said that I need to talk to somebody, which probably meant that she was tired of talking to me. So I said, "You mean like a professional?" She said, "Yes, a therapist." So I made the appointment. Now, prior to COVID-19, I had seen this guy. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Hey,
yay! There you
all
go.
right.
Jungle habitat here.
Pussy always gets in the
Prior
way.
to come back, Tesla. All right. Prior to COVID-19, I had seen him, and I saw him for about a year. And the first time I saw him, he said, "Well, what's going on?" And I always think the questions mean something else. Like if I answer that the right way, I'm going to get to stay, and if I answer it the wrong way, he's going to make me leave. And that's just kind of how my life has gone. So I said, "I don't know, Doc. I think I want to kill somebody, just so he would let me stay."
You gotta put that in there.
What crazy people do, like if you want to kill, you know, if you don't want to kill somebody, you don't really probably need therapy unless you're Irish Catholic or something. You know? So he said, "Well, who do you want to kill?" And I said, "I don't know, Doc. You'll do." You know. That was a short session, the first session. You know what I mean? It didn't last too long, but I kept going, and what I found is I really felt it while I'm sitting out in the waiting room. He's snickering with the other patients about my problems. You know, I knew it. I knew that's what they were doing.
Wow.
And I found out I pay another $25 an hour than the rest of them, if you can believe that, you know.
Oh, man.
So COVID-19 comes along, right? We stopped the in-person meetings. I talked to a buddy of mine who sees the guy. He says, "Oh, yeah, we're doing Zoom meetings." He never called me once, right? "Oh, I'm fine, though. Nothing's going on, right? No problems in the world. I'm not going to die any minute from COVID-19. So he must have thought that I was okay. I don't know, but it's hot down here.
That's what she said.
I tell you, as the actress said to the bishop. But so I'm back in New York, risking my life to start shelving. You can see all that shit behind Jose. If it wasn't for shelving, he'd be surrounded by that.
Piled up on the
I
floor.
was on the subway platform the other day, man, and I'm telling you, thanks, Mayor De Blasio. They are so clean now, boy. You can never tell. Jesus, thanks for turning up the urine misting machines as well. You know, I saw a rat the size of a dog drag a rat the size of a cat under a piece of plywood and maul the living hell out of it. The rat the size of a dog peeks his head out from under the plywood and says, "What are you looking at, bitch?" And I was like, I'm getting it from everybody. Last time I was on the subway platform. One of my darker brother was mumbling something about 40 acres and a mule and yelling at the white people. And I went past him and I gave him my, right on, brother. Power to the people. He said, "What the fuck are you looking at?" I didn't have time for conversation, but I did think, maybe we should just stop teaching history. You know what I mean? Like we need just one big redo. Don't you think? I don't know. I went to my other doctor. Now that was virtual. She's stockpiling weapons. She's a Russian. Raises her own cattle and shit. in an urban area too. I don't know how good of a doctor she is, but she's loose with the scripts. You know what I mean? So I like that. You know, what I never could figure out with these doctors and also little league coaches is that physically you have to take. You know what I mean? Before participating, that do you have a hernia or not? And they always want you to grab your nads from like the age of 9. They want you, they grab your testicles and they want you to cough. I'm like, do people even aren't you in pain when you have a hernia? Is this just a free nut grab that they're doing? I mean, I'm okay with it, but I mean, what pedophile baseball coach or priest, who came up with that one? Because I mean, if I have a hernia, you've seen these guys, the grapefruit sticking out of their stomachs. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe there's a problem there, but not when you're 11. I'll tell you this thing. I love the music at the beginning of the show, HP.
Oh, thank you.
I love the music, man. And it just brought me back to when on Thursday nights my grandmother would watch me and be ting, 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 And then Saturday morning after cartoon, Mel knows what I'm going to say. Soul Train came on, and I mean, you would have to be from outer space to not want to be black. You know what I'm saying? I mean, God knows. This cat on the planet with those glasses never cracked his smile. I always wanted to be in that Soul Train lineup. My dance has always looked like kind of a cross between being on a pogo stick and playing basketball, and I can't do neither of them well. You know what I mean?
I think we all know. I think we all do know what you mean.
Yeah. But things are going well, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yep, I tell you, just hit the fucking button, Donnie. Please just take us out. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of sitting around wondering when the real shit hit the fan. And I've got my nuclear bomb catchers, man. I can't find it right now, but I'd be like, babe, kid. Bring it in, Donnie. I want to catch that son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to be out in the woods trying to gnaw a can of beans open with my teeth. Surviving. I'll be the first to go. I'll volunteer. If we could see into the future and we're all walking around like some apocalypse happened, just send me into the oven right now, We'll see what climbs out of the water about 100,000 years from now. Probably something. I would talk about the Indians, but my daughters say that I have a tendency to pick on the underrepresented, so I don't know. They really weren't doing it.
No.
Did you read Squanto's book? How to make friends? How to make friends and lose a continent? My daughter needed a book report on Squanto, so I took her to Foxwoods. That cost me $3,000. She was stuck full for a total. How am I doing on time? I don't want us to stay here till 11 o'clock or so, but thanks so much for listening.
It's up to you. Are we done there?
All right, I got one more.
Okay.
All right, and I talked about this a little bit last week, but I was raised Irish Catholic. Now, we didn't go to church, but we drank a lot and broke our own furniture, so you get to stay in the club. They kept telling me, and this is no bullshit. When you go in the Navy, you have to pick one. Right? My Marine friend knows this, right? And there's about 300 religions that they recognize: Friendly Sons of the Labrador Retrievers, Jewish, Muslim, Mormon, Roman Catholic. I was raised Irish Catholic, right? We weren't Roman, so I didn't know what to put down. So Church of Christ. That's the guy that was in the church I was going to, and that's on my door. But anyway, where is this freaking guy? Right? Get down here. Do something. What do you got to do? roasting babies on a gas grill or something for somebody to come down and straighten everybody out?
Oh.
Jesus just happens to cut the neighbor's lawn on Thursdays. So I went over and had a word, right? And I said, yo, man, when are you going to do something about this shit? And he goes, do something about it. You think these people are 10 times crazier now? I said, I know, but what are you just going to walk around and cut grass? Come on, man. You're our freaking guy here. He goes, let me tell you something, asshole. I got a question for you. Okay? You want me to come back? How about this? What's with the railroad spikes? You had to use railroad spikes? You couldn't have fashioned some rope around my arms, you know? Put a plank I could stand on? Where was I going? I had 70 Romans freaking pointing arrows at me for things. You do something about it, all right? Nice. Carrying the freaking wood. They drag me down the turnpike now. These people are so crazy. I'd get him a union card. You know, make birdhouses or something. Maybe farm them out for fish fries. You know, something like that. But anyway, that's all I got. I love each and every one of you rascals. Have a great evening. Thanks for giving me the time, and peace be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Jim. I hope everybody's feeling good tonight after what they've said. I'm hearing a lot of stuff, and thank God I'm all recording it. Okay. All right. So this next nice person who happens to go by the word of Jose, thank God. And, thank you, Jose. We're gonna give her one of these. Let's see if I can bring up something really nice. Here we go. All right. Joining us today for the first time on the HP3 Zoom open mic. Please, round of applause for Team Kim, everybody.
Yay!
Yeah, all right. So let me give you one of these so you can fully be in charge here. There we go.
Well, thank you so much for having me today, HP and Jose, for inviting me. This is really how I love to spend my Friday nights. My name is Jeannie. As you can clearly tell by my appearance, I am from Brooklyn.
Go Brooklyn. Go Brooklyn.
Nah, actually, I'm from Ohio. I sound like this because I'm engaged to a Guido from Bensonhurst. So when I first met my boyfriend's mom, she asked me if I could do her nails. At first I was so offended, but then I thought, hey, it's my boyfriend's mom. So I gave her a mani-pedi and I dry cleaned her sweater. That's the kind of gal I am. So my boyfriend and I, we were friends for a long time first. It wasn't until he had a heart attack that I really fell for him. I mean, because it slowed him down a little, you know, made him self-reflective, took a few pounds off the belly. Yeah, for the ladies and even the guys, if you want a serious guy, I suggest finding one who just had a serious heart attack. I mean, I swear he'll value every second with you. Right? So, my boyfriend, he just became my fiance a couple of weeks ago. So, and yet he's got a very strong New York accent, and he's Italian, aka the Guido. So he gets very excited about everything, very excitable. I think it's because he's Italian. So he doesn't just say it, he sprays it. So I have to double mask him every time we go out. And when we're at home, I'm always like, COVID alert, COVID alert. As we've seen, there's been a lot of rise in coronavirus infections, but it seems like Trump still refuses to wear a mask.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm thinking the only way he'll wear one is if Vladimir Putin tells him to. I mean, have you seen how he is when he gets on stage with Putin? He turns into a tongue-tied schoolgirl around his high school crush. As I mentioned, I grew up in Ohio, where I was one of only 4 Asians in my entire high school. Well, thank you. So I spent a lot of time doing white people activities. I wore a lot of flannel. I listened to tons of country western music. I thought about joining the swim club, but then I remembered, hey, I want to meet black guys. I auditioned for the drama club for 4 years, but I didn't get one part until they put on a production of Miss Saigon. And I got 3 parts. So it wasn't until I moved to New York City, the land of the Asian fetishists, that I finally truly appreciated and properly objectified. One of the first things I did was I joined Match.com, and I got an email from a guy who said, I love eating Asian. I didn't totally know what he meant by this, so I asked my friend, and she was like, Gene, don't you think that's kind of creepy? But I thought it was kind of hopeful. So now my mom, she has joined me in New York, and she lives in Staten Island. I think she's the only person I know who moved there to raise her social standing and impress our relatives. Because I hear her on the phone going, oh, what I do today? I go boating in the harbor again. I'm like, Mom, you were with 500 people on the Staten Island ferry. So being in Staten Island, everything's really spread apart. So I don't think life has changed that much for my mom. And because she's been hoarding and rationing food and paper products since the end of the Korean War. I swear, like, you know, she could turn her apartment into like a mini Costco. So right before the pandemic, I was on the Rachel Ray Show.
All right.
As an audience member. And they have this warm-up guy there who directs you on when to applaud and when to say certain things. So when you see a chocolate cake, you're supposed to go, mmm. And when you go, aww. But every time I saw the puppy, I'd go, mmm. I'm Korean.
Korean barbecue.
So being Asian, a lot of people ask me if I play the violin. I think that's so racist. I play the piano. I'm kind of a weird Asian. I mean, I suck at math, but I'm a really, really good driver. And I parallel park like a motherfucker. Thank you. That's my time.
Yay, all right. Nice. Thank you, Gene. All right, look at that. We were like a couple there going off with the laughing and you're with the jokes and the slingers. Yeah, that was great. I love it. Let's see. Did you really do well? Let's see. Yes, they're smiling. Okay. That was great. Awesome. Thank you very much. All right, I got to do one. I got to give you another one of these. Come on, there we go. All right, so here now to our headliner for the evening, because I see someone is going to be needing the alarm soon. Here we go. Yeah, she's going to be needing the alarm. She's going to be dozing off again. All right, let me see if I can find one introductory for the world champ here. And he was dancing to this one. All right, even though he's not Cuban, this is as far as I can get to Puerto Rico. Please, everybody, round of applause. And let me get some clapping here. Some applause for the very talented Jose, everybody. Yeah. Look at that. I'm mastering everything today.
Is that the theme from Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, there you go. Hey.
Hi, this is Bergeron, whatever his name is.
Here's the shorter version. There you go.
Thank you, HP. Thank
Yay.
you. Tonight it's a beautiful, beautiful night. See, Jim, you gotta wait for the sound effects, man, because if you don't, we can't hear you.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of people talking about taking down statues and all that stuff, and I'm a bit concerned, right? Because I don't know if they know who they're taking down, because I think Americans rename statues, right? Because Christopher Columbus, right? The guy that discovered America. His name in Italy is not Christopher Columbus. They don't even know who we're talking about. His name is Cristobal Colombo. In Puerto Rico, in South America, his name is Cristobal Colón. And you're talking about three different people when you're talking about Christopher Columbus, right? We call him that, but America has a tendency to do that. We change the names of all these countries, right? España is España, not Spain.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Alemania.
You can hear my mother going,
Alemania is Germany. Everybody calls it a different place. So when you look at the globe is up there. You don't even know where you're going. Alemania. There's that. Anyways, I was thinking about statues because I know her mother takes the Staten Island ferry on a cruise. I haven't been. Have you noticed, Jeannie, when you take the Staten Island ferry, that on the New York side, there's a Peter Minuet Plaza.
Yeah.
Peter Minuet Plaza. Anybody know who Peter Minuet and where he comes from? Peter is Pedro Minuet. So wherever he comes from, Peter Minuet was the guy that came to the Americas and stole Manhattan from the Native Americans, right? For a mere bag of shells. Most people think that Native Americans were stupid, they were dumb, they were gullible. No, they weren't, because Native Americans didn't own their land, right? So they sold it to them because they saw them coming. So here's my rendition of what happened way back when Peter Minuet and his boys came to the island of Manhattan. There were 4 Native Americans.
We let them know.
There were 4 Native. I ordered this especially for this bit. There were 4 Native Americans hanging out on the Isle of Mannahatta, which is what they called it. Mannahatta. On vacation, right? Actually, they didn't get vacations those days. They got like these short weekends, right? Like 3-day weekends, from when they were working either at the tanning salon where they tanned pelts, or hunting, or gathering fruits and vegetables and shit like that. So they were in Mannahatta. They had
That's your environment. Go.
That's my environment. Thank you. They want a short vacation. You know, 'cause like in October and November, they gave them these holiday weekends so they can go and hang out and have vacation, right? You know, I don't know if it was Columbus Day or maybe even Thanksgiving that they gave them off and they got to spend 3 or 4 days. Anyway, there's 4 of them. They're hanging out, smoking a peace pipe, just chilling. Well, one guy says to the other, "Hey, man, there's dust in his pipe." "Hey, man." "Hey, man, you know a little bit about lacrosse?" "Yes." "Well, pass them." As they're passing the stuff around, they're getting tight, right? They're getting high. No, you know what I'm talking about.
Again.
They're getting high, they're feeling all buzzy, and one dude says, "Hey, man, this shit is good." Because I see him floating I see him floating pee-pee out there in the water. "Man, shut up. Pass that." So he passes it. And then what happened? It was a floating teepee. It was a boat. Peter Minuet and his boy were coming off the boat, right? They don't know. And they see these white men with funny little moccasins on with these little buckles on them. And they're splashing in the water and they blow their head. And that was, see, it was a 3-day weekend. It was the last day of the weekend. And that was the last bowl that they had. And they blew their head, right? It's, "Oh man, I ain't got no more weed. I got this from uptown in Mashalou." Ain't got no more bees, no more wampum, no more loot. He said, "Hey, look, man, I ain't got no money, so shit. How about them dudes? Let's roll them." So that's what happened, right? The guys came off the ship, they splashed on the water, blew their heads, they came with wampums. "Hey, man, you want to sell me your island?" And they said, "Shit, shit, I don't own it." Because the Indians believe, the Native Americans believe that the creator owned the land. They just had to keep it sterile and fertile and all that stuff, keep it clean. So they sold them the island of Manhattan. And then they sent one of the young guys up to row up to Massachusetts. The Native Americans didn't have horses, right? They didn't have horses back then. You had them row up to Massalu Parkway to cop some more weed. $24 in weed and beads and wampum and cash and all that stuff. So that's the story. So what they do, they went up there, they left the island of Manhattan to all the new immigrant riffraff.
That's your riffraff environment.
Immigrant riffraff left that for Jim. Went up to places like Connecticut and Massachusetts, opened up casinos and got all their money back tenfold. Next time I do this bit, I'm gonna make sure there's no dust in my peace pipe. I was thinking about a couple of things as I was up here thinking about what we're going to talk about. Then, you know, there's a lot of sad things going on, and maybe this is my dark moment of my set, right? I'm going to get dark and maybe get light again. But there's too many murder-suicides going on out there, right? Yeah. It is sad that there's too many murder-suicides. And I'm thinking I found a way to fix that. Reverse the names. Call it suicide murder. Right? Because if you did the suicide first, obviously you couldn't commit the murder. So I would never get caught up. I would never get caught up in a suicide murder-suicide. I would never get caught up in that. Because first off, I'm not going to kill anybody, right? Because that's just not in my blood. It's just not what I am, who I am. But if I was on the other side of a murder-suicide thing and she pulled out a gun and said, "I'm going to shoot you, I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to kill myself," I go, whoa, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. You want to make me suffer? If you want to make me suffer, kill yourself first and make me watch you die. Because that would really traumatize me and let me live for the rest of my life. Because if you kill me first, I don't know what's going to happen to you. I don't know if you're going to go through with your part. Suicide murder.
As he
You know,
tries.
when you live alone, right? I was living alone in Jersey one time, and when you live alone, you forget to do things, right? When you leave, before you leave the house, anybody ever live alone for a little while? No,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, right? You leave the house and you forget you leave the iron on, right?
Yeah.
And then you gotta go back. You gotta go back and unplug the iron, right? Oh, did I leave the stove on? Did I leave the stove on? Did I leave the iron on? You gotta go back. And I would go back a few times to make sure everything was off, right? And then go back in the car and go, shit, what did I forget this time? So what did I do? I wrote a list. Turn off the iron, make sure the stove is off, no running water, cover the toilet in case things crawl out. All those things I made the list. I went outside. I forgot the fucking list.
Oh.
Thank you. I needed more laughter for that one. While I look. I have some notes here. What do you want to talk about? So, there's a thing going on now. Friends, I don't know about it personally.
Article about Gladys.
But there's guys out there that get their anuses bleached.
Oh.
Jim, have you heard about that, Jim? No, I'm sure. No, I'm sure has heard about that.
Yeah, to take the penny taste away.
I don't know what a penny.
What the?
I don't know what a penny tastes like, but did you know that
Just grab a handful, put them in your mouth, swish them around, and spit them out.
Anyway, now they come. That Clorox wipes come in a similar package to baby wipes. So if you put Clorox wipes in the bathroom next to the baby wipes, you can get an anus bleach without even knowing it.
Oh, damn. That's messed up.
How you don't know? Oh, it smells fresh.
Oh.
It doesn't taste like pennies anymore.
I gotta be more careful then.
So as you noticed, you were looking at my thing back here. So let me tell you a little bit about.
That's what she said.
Now I'm waiting for the sound effects and nothing.
Nothing.
I am a Latino anomaly. That's a Puerto Rican with an MBA. That's true. Something. Look, I'll show you. And only 2 kids, right? I got all my degrees as an adult, right? And in school, remember when you went to school, when you went to high school, Mel, did they have Delaney cards?
Yes.
So let me tell you this story before I tell you about my educational thing as an adult. When I was I was in a French class. So the first class I took when I went to college was a French class because I remember taking French in junior high school. When I was in junior high school in Brooklyn, in the French class, there was this girl named Dawn. And Dawn sat at the front of the room, right in front of the teacher's desk. And Dawn was from Haiti.
Yeah.
So Dawn spoke French fluently, right? Why she was taking a French class was beyond me. So Dawn used to always answer the questions. Every time the teacher had, tout le monde, cherche la bouche, ouvre la fenêtre, cherche la porte. Je désire un sandwich américain, un bière américain. That's the extent of my French. Anyway, so Dawn used to always get these little pluses on her Delaney card. If you remember a Delaney card, you can write on a Delaney card.
Yep.
And me and Larry used to hang out making fun of her. We get a lot of minuses on her. Dawn had like a 95 average. And near the end of the semester, we said, oh shit, we're going to fail and she's going to pass. So what we did was the teacher left the room and we went and we added a bunch of minuses to her Delaney card and changed our minuses to pluses. So Dawn was shocked when she got a 72 in the class and me and Larry got 85s, right? But the first class I took as an adult for my associate's degree was a French class. And most of us were business people. There was a guy sitting next to me, happened to be a white guy, because part of the story was he was a white Wall Street young dude, younger than I was. and we're taking this French class, and we're learning French, and tout le monde ouvre la fenêtre, cherche la porte, all that shit, right? So now we're now we got to take a midterm, right? And I studied hard, I'm proud, and I'm sitting there and I'm taking the test. And the dude next to me is trying to peep at my paper. So I moved it. He's still trying to peek. Now, after the class, the dude is upset. He comes to me and goes, hey, man, didn't you see me? I said, what? He goes, I was trying to cheat on your paper. I said, yeah, I saw you. Why do you think I moved it? I worked hard. Tout le monde, tout le monde. Cherche la bouche, cherche la bouche. Ouvre la fenêtre means open the window. Cherche la porte means close the door. Cherche la femme. I know Mel know what that means.
What does it mean?
Cherche la femme?
Yeah.
That's a great disco classic. That's looking for the chick. Search.
Oh my
I
God.
think that was a sophisticated buzzard, was it? Let me see. Wait, I'm gonna find one more. I'm gonna find one more on my phone for you. And
Okay.
then let me see. Jeannie, you did a very good job. Very funny, Jim. I'm seeing you on the screen. I should be seeing me. Change that.
Yeah.
Hey, let me see. I'm gonna try this. I'm just looking at it. Getting old, right? You know, wait a minute. This is for Ron, probably knows what I'm talking about, right? As you get a little older, nothing goes out of style, right? You always save a suit until it comes back into style. So Jim, you know, well, you work with you work in coveralls. What do you know about suits? I got double-breasted pinstripe suits that are about 10 I'm about the same size as I was 10 years ago, so I can still wear them, right? So nothing goes out of style. And I'm not wearing those high-water skinnies. You know, I went to go see my financial consultant, right? And he's happens to be an African-American dude in his early 40s. And he gets up from behind the desk, and he's got on skinny slacks. High-water skinny slacks, tight to the, like Mel, you know the ones you wear? Tight to the leg.
My sweats.
What is it? I'm going, what is he wearing? Why would anybody wear that? Because when his pants are so tight, when he walks, he squeaks.
Oh.
Oh, damn. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
No, you can't
Tight
put your
calves.
hands in your pocket. You know what I'm talking about? You know what? You guys have been fun. You're getting great. I did some stuff. I had some fun. Jeannie, thank you for coming. Jim, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Mel.
Thank you.
All right, look at that. We made it through. Anybody else want to say anything? How about our audience members? You want to say something? Anybody? No, we're not gonna get it. Well, I guess we're gonna get one of these from now on. Here we go. No, we can't get that. Come on, guys. All right, so let me put some of this on. This is for everybody who participated today. All right, this is from me to you. Don't clap. That's from me to you guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Please remember, life is serious enough. So what do we got to do? We got to joke about it, you know? So don't we? Yeah, I just told my boss that today. Listen, you're going in for surgery, but what's the worst you can do? Die. All right, never mind. That was the worst punchline I ever gave. Oh my God. Let me get okay. There you go. Give myself one of those. Okay, so thank you very much, Jose. Once again, Jose, my main man, coming through, bringing along the great Gene and Jim. You guys are great and awesome for spending your Friday with me. Rob, man, you the man. Since I met you at Eastville, you the man. You keep coming through.
Good man.
I'm telling you,
Thank you.
once everything is up and running, and I see they're starting to have shows by LIC. Maybe we can start throwing one of those out in the open and do like President Trump, start throwing paper towels at the crowd. How's that? You know?
Definitely go for it.
We'll start doing that. But other than that, remember, we got to laugh. Remember, Denise, you got to stay awake during our Zooms. And Mom and Ron, you guys are serious as an IRS audit. Look at you guys. Okay, I love you, Ron. I got to give you one of those. Okay, so I'm going to end the one that was getting everybody all swinging. And I love the way